Hello guys, in this video I'm going to show you how I did my intro sequence for my YouTube videos. As you can see, it's a simple Tyflow setup based on VDBs, and it's not complex, trust me. As usual, as you know, nothing is complex inside Tyflow, but let's just begin. This is my original 3dsmax file, which is not cached, as you can see, and I'm not gonna cache it, but I'm gonna show you exactly what I did to achieve these results. And let's just create another one from scratch. So I will go with a text plus something like, I don't know, Tyflow is fine, and let's enter it out. I'm gonna use this extrude value, something like 5 centimeters is fine. And let's just rotate it. And it is fine right now. I'm gonna convert this to editable poly. And what I'm gonna do is to create our Tyflow setup, which is this one. So let's just begin. I'm gonna start with the birth VDBs, and I'm gonna objects to VDB and add selected my file right here. And let's hide the original one. What I'm gonna do is to visualize grid, turn it off, and maybe decrease the voxel size, something like 0.5 is fine. And what I'm gonna do is to add some emitters for this Tyflow text. You can do only one, and the growth will begins with this one, and it will grow to every word of this word. And what I'm gonna do is to use multiple emitters for this one. This is fine, and something like this is fine. Alright, I'm gonna copy this one, hold shift and drag it, and add these emitters to our Tyflow setup, and remove the text one. So let's just hide this and hide all this. As you can see, we have our first initial Tyflow VDBs right here, which the growth will begin from these particles. And what I'm gonna do is to first add a VDB solver, and I'm gonna do a VDB modify. This VDB modify will let you to growth. As you can see, it will grow, and I'm gonna change this to continuous, so it will grow. As you can see, they just collide with each other. And what I'm gonna do is to, instead of the operation add for the main text, I will use intersect. What it's gonna do is it will stop the emitter particles, emitter VDBs, to growth anymore. And I'm sorry, I forgot to change it to continuous as well. As you can see, we have our Tyflow mesh just straightening up, but it's not the only effect I used. In this one, as you can see, it has some noises right here and some randomize in our growth. So what I did is to duplicate our VDB modify again, and this one, instead of vector operation, instead of set, I'm going to multiply and use a noise operator. So I'm gonna scale down to maybe these values. Let's see how it goes. As you can see, it should be less than that. And if you want a faster growth for these ones, what you can do is to the first main VDB modify. You can just multiply the value, something like 5. And as you can see, we have a faster result. And I'm gonna change this to something like 1 scale. And I'm gonna lower this value as well. You see we have our noise, Tyflow showing up right here. And you can change and play with these values to get the result you want. Something like 10 maybe should be fine. You see we have bigger noise pattern right here. And you can also change these values to be a lot more smaller than this. As you can see, I had this once and they're so little, and the voxel size is so small for me. So this is the main idea, and now what I'm gonna do is to show you my exact Tyflow setup for this one. Alright, I have a bird VDB with 1.5 centimeters. This is the emitters right here. It is all one piece of mesh, which is the plane 4. And our plane 3 is my main logo, which is intersecting with the emitter ones. I added a default VDB modify, set, and multiply to 1. Then I used a simple noise, which is fractal with these values. And also I used VDB solver, nothing, and I didn't change anything. It is just default settings. And I used the VDB modify for the texture I wanted to use. The texture I used is a V-Ray fast SSS with a simple noise as an SSS color and overall color, and the noise for a default displacement, which you can see in my final result. And I did a little bit of lighting. As you can see, I have one dome light which has a default HDRI. I had 2 main lights towarding our main light, which is 0.2 directional, and I have one powerful rim light on the back side, which is 0.7 directional, which gives us this rim light looking, and it really shows the SSS looks as I want. I also used After Effects for compositing this, so I can show you the file. So this is my After Effects file. As you can see, I only rendered as an EXR with some passes. If I show you the passes, let me just copy this and use an extractor. I had some light mix pass I added on render elements, which I can show you the exact lights which I wanted to affect. So what I did, let me just do it this one. What I did is to render only the effect without any background or simple ground. I just used a V-Ray plane and used the V-Ray shadow catcher for the shadows. Then I added 2 backgrounds, which is this one and another one for the focus area with this mask. And I added some SSS lights twice. This is for very more powerful SSS looks. Then I added some radial blur. As you can see, it goes like this, then it fades out, and we have our main logo. And the last one is the simple looks effect from the magic bullets, and nothing so complex. So let's just default this, and it gives me more vantage look as I want. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I also added the procedural file for your own logos or any text you want inside 3D Max. You can check it out on my Patreon. And hope you really enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and leave a like and comments below. I'll try to answer all of them and make the tutorials you want from me. And that's it, guys. Thank you for watching.